What's up, everybody? This is Nick, and you're joining us once again for a Micro Mini Lightning Newscast, where we bring you news fast, news in 10 minutes, news that you can use. We're bringing it to you, and we're bringing it to the streets. And today, as always, I'm joined by my fellow newscaster and friend.
This is Eric.
And Eric, today we've got a little bit of a controversy brewing in the
brouhaha?
In the internet realm, the spectral realm, if you will.
The spectra. I like that. It's ghostly now.
It is ghostly. There's a lot of trolls and ghosts and all sorts of things out there in this crazy internet that we live in.
Yes, I've heard of such things.
You have. Well, today we got a good one for you, people. There is a certain meme out there, Eric, a certain thing that has just become a controversy that's dividing the world as we know it. It's turning brother against brother. It's the mayhem of the dress color all over again.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. When you saw that dress the first time, what did you see?
I saw a dress.
What colors did you see?
Eric, I don't see colors.
You're colorblind.
Well, not literally, but Eric, I don't look at people as colors.
That was not a person. That was a dress.
I don't look at dresses as colors. I don't want to be a dressist.
A dressist? Hey, you are a noble person.
I know I am.
I saw. I think it was black and blue or gold and white, right? Those are the two options for the dress. I saw black and blue, and that's all I could see. And then after I stepped away and said, okay, it's gold and white. It's gold and white. And I went back to look, trying to convince myself it was gold and white. I could see it as gold and white, or whatever the other colors were. I could see that and going, oh, okay, I see it now. But we got a new 2018 version of that.
And it's audio, people, just like us. And as always, before we bring it to you, we've got to put 10 minutes on the guest star Death Star. When the Jedis make their bombing run, Eric, we're done.
All right.
Well, Eric, tell us about this new phenomenon that has overtaken our nation.
It seems that there is a word out there that, depending on maybe your age or the speakers you're listening on or how you've been primed to hear the word, you may hear either two different words from one sound, and that is the word Laurel or Yanni, right? Those are the words? Those are
the two words.
The two very different words, but you hear one or the other, which is very interesting. You heard this today on the radio, or where'd you first?
I heard it on the radio. Somebody played it on the radio.
Okay, so I was driving to work, and I heard this, and I was like, "What is this?" And well, in fact, I was kind of scrolling through something right early in the morning and saw like a headline about it, and I was like, "Oh, that looks weird. I'll read it later." But it was on my radio station. I was like, "Oh, this is cool. I'll hear it." And they played it. And I heard one of those words. Should I say which one I heard? I don't want to...
Say what you heard, Eric, because I'll say what I heard at the same time.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Laurel. Yeah, I heard Laurel. And I was like, clear as day. I was like, that's the word Laurel.
Hardy.
And that's what I thought the other word's going to be at first. Laurel and Hardy, old comedy duo. If you don't know comedy from the 20s and 30s.
Get educated, people. Get educated.
I don't remember when Laurel and Hardy was from. Before the Three Stooges. So I was like, oh, this is Laurel. And they were talking about the controversy. And I was like, I hear Laurel. It's all I heard. I get to work. And at work, I have down times. I have little slumps in time and also lunch. I was reading some other stuff and watched a couple videos on YouTube. And there was a video about it. I was like, oh, I'll watch this. And so I watched a video or two about it, and I was like, okay, I hear Laurel, but if they pitch it right, like they pitch it real far down, I will hear Yanni a little bit. I was like, okay, I can kind of hear where they're getting Yanni now when they pitch it down by 30%, 20, 30%. I could hear it. And I was like, okay, cool. Didn't think anything of it. I was like, well, I want to play it at home. I'm going to go to my house. I'm going to find the Twitter poll. I think it was where it kind of, that's the first place I really saw it.
Right.
And so I pulled up the Twitter.
Where you go to get all of your news? Twitter.
No, that's the Pull Up a Chair podcast.
Oh, that's right. News that they can... No, Twitter's for news that you can't really use.
You can't use. Yeah, you can't use that news. Use this news.
Yeah, Pull Up a Chair podcast, all the news you need.
That's right. And so I clicked the button to say, oh, what's this playing? It's playing through the my monitor speaker, which is a TV. I have a TV mounted on the wall as one of my monitors, and I had it playing through those because a Windows update has apparently made my headphones not work, or my front headphone port not work for a little bit. I don't know. And I played it, and it was Yanni. It was Yanni.
They fixed some bugs for you.
I guess so.
The bug was your whole headphone system.
Yeah, apparently. So Yanni came out of my TV, and I was like, that was not Laurel. That was Yanni. And we had since, so Nick came by, we were starting the show, and we were talking about this. And I played it on my TV. You heard that, and you thought it said...
I thought it said Laurel.
He thought it said Laurel, and I was like, that says Yanni to me. And then
we got into a fist fight.
Yeah. I'm pretty bloody right now. Nick's not even hurt.
Eric did some damage to me, to my heart.
I was emotionally abusive while he was physically abusive. And so I was like, hey, grab your tablet, pull it up, and have your tablet say it. And so he did. And I was off in the kitchen, or I was away from it, and he played it. And it said Yanni again. I was like, yeah, it sounds like Yanni to me. He's like, well, it sounds like Laurel to me. And he's holding it. He says, here, you handed me your tablet.
I did.
And he said, get it close to you. So I put it like right at my face and played it. And it was Laurel. And after I get about 5 feet away from it, or at least outside of the room from it, it says Yanni. But inside the room, it says Laurel. It's such a weird feeling.
It's an effect. It's a definite effect going on. It when you come to that realization of it depends on how old you are, and that Eric, you're an old man.
Well, Yanni's I thought the younger people heard Yanni more than the older people.
Well, that doesn't matter. That means nothing.
That means that's irrelevant.
Because the word, people, that was actually being said was Laurel.
It was Laurel, yes.
And how did we find this out? Well, my friends, Jimmy on the Street hit the streets of the dark web. He went deep for this one. He found where this person was. He got us an exclusive interview that we will be going to here shortly. But first, Eric, do you know where this clip came from?
I have no idea. I've heard a couple different places based on what I've read, but I know they're all lies unless I'm told by the Pull Up a Chair podcast.
Well, guess what, Eric? You're about to be told by the Pull Up a Chair podcast, because we did a little research. We found out that this actually began. It was thought that it began on Reddit.
Okay.
In a subreddit, in one that was called Black Magic, a word that we can't use because we're a clean podcast, Eric. But it's Black Magic, F word,
okay.
Oh,
okay. I understand now.
So, it was put up by a user by the name of Roland Camry.
Okay.
Who posted it to a subreddit. And then the meme was picked up on Twitter by a popular YouTuber with over 610,000 subscribers by the name of Chloe Feldman.
Never heard of him.
She was the one that put it up there.
Chloe? That's a girl.
Yeah, it's a girl.
Sounds like an old Jewish man.
But she put it up there and it went viral. But it actually began on May 11th with a girl by the name of Katie Hetzel, a freshman at Flowery Branch High School in Georgia, who was studying her world literature class project where Laurel was one of her vocabulary words. She looked it up on vocabulary.com, which is where Jimmy finally tracked this human being down at. And she looked up the word Laurel. When she looked it up, when she played the audio, she heard something different. It wasn't the word Laurel, it was Yanni. And so she asked one of her classmates. The classmate put it up on well, actually, no, she asked a classmate. The classmate heard Yanni, and one of them heard Laurel. And so she put it on her Instagram asking people. A senior at the school by the name of Fernando Castro heard it. He republished the clip on his Instagram story, and then it just kind of took off.
So this Fernando is far more popular fella than the girl.
Well,
somebody
on that on Fernando's feed or whatever was Roland Camry in that subreddit.
Oh, okay.
Eric, I have made a board here with a lot of red string to piece this together for you. I have a theory that this is all the government.
Government.
But what we did find out is we talked to a gentleman by the name of Mark Tinkler. I refer to him by he told me that's Mr. Tinkler to you.
Very formal.
Very formal. He's a good businessman, but he founded vocabulary.com, and he let us know that this is actually pronounced by a opera singer. They hired, when this clip's been out there since like 2006 when they first made vocabulary.com. They hired a bunch of opera singers. This person was actually in the original cast of Cats.
Cats, yeah. That's what you said earlier.
Yeah. And he doesn't, Mr. Tinkler didn't want to let his name out because he wasn't sure this man wanted to be a viral star. But this man is the one that said the word, and Mr. Tinkler said he said 36,000 words for them.
Wow. I wonder how much you got paid per word.
I have no idea. But Mr. Tinkler's favorite word that this man said was audacity. And it is actually a pretty impressive rendition of the word audacity.
What do we record on?
Well, I mean, that's what the definition of audacity is. It has no other definition. It is a recording software.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not a word. It's just a word they made up.
Okay.
How dare you have the audacity to
How dare I have the recording software?
Yeah.
I'm awful.
There's some word, only if there was some word to capture the way I feel right now about you.
Like this, it's almost like outrage, but like projected out.
Right. I don't.
There's not a word in the human language for that.
If only there was a word to describe that, I would use it, sir.
You would use that?
Yes. But Jimmy on the street found out that it is actually a gentleman by the name of Mike.
Yes, Mike from he has been on multiple sites now, and
well, he's from the USA. Mike from the USA. That's all he wanted to be called.
Mike from the USA. Yeah, he's on multiple sites, and he vocals. He does the vocals for different characters. Quite
the prolific website reader, actually.
Yes, it's amazing how adept his vocabulary and his speaking prowess is,
Oh yeah. I mean, Mike is, we're really excited to present this interview to you. We did it off camera just to, make sure that everything was fine. It was just when he,
we want to give you the lowdown on the word before we get talking to the man, so we don't have to waste your time or his.
That's right, because we just wanted to bring you the news, people. We will bring you the interview in a later episode this week. You'll have to tune in for the exclusive interview with Mike, because that's all the time we have. The Jedis were prepping the X-Wings, and they made the final descent, people. Eric.
Yes.
Speaking of this decent, tell them where they can find us.
This what?
I said, speaking of, I said descent, but
it sounded like decent to me.
Yeah,
another word.
Decent.
So this decent descent into podcasting was by the Pull Up a Chair podcast, and you can find us all over the interwebs. You can find us on YouTube or Facebook or iTunes. Just type in Pull Up a Chair podcast in the search bar, and we will come right up. In fact, you can just talk to Alexa and say, play some Pull Up a Chair podcast, Alexa, and she will start playing our wonderful podcast. There's a multitude of ways to get to our podcast because we like to be everywhere that you are and where you're not. And that includes Spotify, Podbean, and every podcasting app out there.
And the dark web.
And the deepest and darkest of the webs.
By the way, we still haven't heard from Jimmy. If you have seen Jimmy, please...
Or parts of Jimmy.
Please let us know. We're worried sick about him.
We're modestly worried. He owes me $20.
He went into the dark web and has not returned.
Yes.
Well, my friends, it has been another great episode. You know what? Go listen to this clip. Tell us what you hear. Leave a comment. Tell us what you heard.
Yeah. Go to Facebook and just post on us. Say, I heard this.
And you know what?
What?
We'll respond back to you.
We'll do our best.
Well, everybody, we thank you for taking the time to listen, and we hope you have yourself a Yanni day.
Laurel.